Straw Hut Media.
Are you even listening to me?
Nope.
From Straw Hut Media, this is Brandi Glanville Unfiltered.
Hey guys, welcome to Brandi Glanville Unfiltered. I'm in a James sandwich. I'm here with my friend James and my bitter enemy James Maslow.
I love how close these names are, by the way.
I know.
James Maslow today.
I know. You're the star of Big Time Rush, and I don't know if everyone knew this, but we did the first Celebrity Big Brother together.
OG episode.
Yeah.
Season. OG season.
I think it was the best one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It literally, I feel like they're lucky they had us.
I haven't kept up with the show, nor did I really watch the show beforehand, but I too fully agree it was the best one.
I haven't watched it either, but I mean, obviously it was the best.
What was it like living with Brandi?
She was entertaining. I'll give her that. She was entertaining.
We were definitely like, I get bored. And you know, I just tell the truth. And Mark and James, well, James was like a beast in the challenges. Like any physical challenge, he was going to win. So,
But on a regular season, that could have been an additive, right? Versus our season, it wasn't really the best tactic. So I went in there going like, oh,
he went in winning every single fucking time.
But then I was like, oh shit, I can't keep doing this. I've got to really step back.
So I was like, guys, let's get James out. James, I want you out. Because I can't.
You just didn't like that he was winning. You're I
I
gotta bring him down a peg.
Yeah, because, well, also him and Mark formed an alliance just against me.
Did we? Is that what happened?
It seemed like that. Well, I'm just very honest, and in the game, they were annoying me, so I told them that. And then,
but in our defense, everybody annoys her.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and she annoys everyone, so it's kind of a balanced situation.
I was specifically trying to annoy James and Mark. I actually stole James' jeans, and I wore them the whole day.
Were you wearing them? It's not that I blocked it out intentionally, but I really just don't remember a lot of this. You did attempt to annoy me, and I think you succeeded to some degree, but then I'm not a very dramatic person. And so although I have done some unscripted things.
That would piss her off more that you weren't reacting.
I think that probably did piss her off more because I'm like, look, I'm not trying to be a reality star here. This is not, I respect the game. It's just not what interests me. Yeah. So it kind of got to the point where I was just like, that's adorable, Brandi.
No,
I'm going to go do my thing. You can go do your thing.
That's the worst thing for someone that's instigating. It's like, react.
He did not know. I had them on the whole day. And then finally at the end of the day, I'm cooking. I'm leaning over and getting something out of the oven or putting something away. He goes, Brandi, are those my jeans? I'm like, oh yeah. Because I was joking that I could wear his jeans because he was so thin and like we were the same size. They were a little big on me, but now I'm bigger.
And I have to say, give myself a little credit. Since COVID, actually, I built a home gym and all I did is squats and deadlifts for basically 3 years.
Legs.
I love them now though, but the problem is I got to wear stretchy. Like these are stretchy slacks. I got legs and I got booty now and I can't fit any of my jeans anymore.
That's gotta feel good. That's a good problem.
Are you sure you didn't get a BBL?
I did live in Miami, so that's a fair accusation.
Like, everyone has them there. Like every single girl has like a booty.
You can get it quite easily though. Like if you actually put in a little bit.
People die from it.
No, not the BBL.
You can get those even easier, I suppose.
I mean, I die from it. If I have to do one squat, I'm dead.
No, I meant the surgery itself. Make sure you're on nipple patrol.
Right. Let's encourage the exercise approach here before we encourage the surgery approach.
Yeah, I just don't like any of it.
But doing legs actually burns the most calories out of any muscle because it's the biggest muscles, back and legs. So then
your glutes are the biggest muscle in your body.
Yeah. So I just started doing them recently because that's the only time I notice that like I'll trim down a little bit because it's so much.
There's that, and it boosts testosterone in your body, and so especially guys who come and people talk to me about fitness all the time because I do it every day.
Yeah.
And they're like, how do I get my upper body bigger? And like I feel like I've plateaued, but I'm like, are you hitting legs? They say no. I'm like, that's the key to everything, not just your legs.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I always feel like core is the most important so that like my back doesn't go out. Because
your butt is also what holds your butt and your posterior chain. The back of your legs is very much what holds your back together.
I wear ankle weights every day.
I think women have the same requirements, so you're not trying to boost your testosterone.
I mean, honestly, you do need testosterone as a woman. I had my hormone checks and you need it.
Yeah. It's just different balance. But I mean, look, putting weight on your body to some degree, not massive amounts, is good for men and women. It's good for so many reasons.
Putting muscle weight on your body, but not like necessarily.
I'm talking about physical weight, like actually lifting weights, which will inevitably and
but
directly
not like
add to
really,
muscle.
I heard like really heavy ones can be bad for you.
Yeah, but I think that people, especially women, I find are so afraid to lift heavy weights. And so they just never touch them. And it's okay. You don't need to be, PRing personal every single day. But it's okay to, it's good. It's good for your bone density. It's good for your posture.
Well, exercise in general is great for you, which I just hate.
I want you to start working out. I keep saying to Brandi, it's like, so now I used to work out because I was very vain and I would freak out. I thought my body looked like shit too. And I look back at the pictures now and I'm like, I want to look that shit. Because that was really good. You just never know.
I want to be so thin again that people worry about me.
My friend always
that's my favorite thing.
That's the most LA statement I've heard this week.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I mean,
and I expected it this morning too, so I really appreciate you.
I'm definitely not
living up to it.
Like in my best shape, but it is what it is.
Mentally though, now my new goal is that like I just do it because I have to. Like if I don't work out, I notice that my mood
is this a workout podcast?
No, I think a lot of people work like it's mental health.
Okay, but I want to talk to James about his famous life.
Brandi was a bitch on Big Brother.
Okay, I wasn't a bitch. Honestly, they were
and
bitches.
Not just Big Brother
TV.
too. You don't pin her into just that show.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, 2 Jameses ganging up on it.
This is exactly what I had to deal with. But if Mark and James had been smarter, I pissed them off so much that they got rid of me when they should have kept me because I couldn't win any challenges. I wasn't good at the game. I told a lot of people didn't like me.
That is a bad move on the gameplay part. Keep it till the end.
I was trying. I'm like, if you guys get, I mean, like, I'm not going to win. I can't win a challenge. I'm mediocre at everything. People don't like me. Like, what are you doing?
If nothing else, you're self-aware.
Yeah. Then they were like, I knew I was going, so I got all ready. And they're like, come on, you're late. I'm like, I'm leaving tonight. I'm going to get ready. But the second I got back to my room, somebody came in like, James just got voted out. And I was so happy. I did like a dance because he was going to win. Like, honestly, like I told them, if you guys don't get James out, he was winning every challenge.
Yeah. But the physical challenges are not the most important, especially in the celebrity game where your average regular Big Brother, you have, honestly and objectively, a younger group of people where physicality and being a leader and all of those things can be a massive advantage, right? So I kind of say this in jest. If I did a regular season, I think I would have had a much better chance of winning.
But I still think when you're, because when you're, it's much longer.
Have you thought of doing any of the other challenge shows? Like, have you?
I don't want to say this like, look, I'm so grateful I had that opportunity.
Star.
But at the same time,
some of them are really
when
interesting.
people like Dancing with the Stars and Celebrity Big Brother are the 2 big unscripted things I've done.
You did Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, season 18 was
my God,
finalist, got 4th.
That.
But I had so much fun doing it.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a challenge. If you want to compete,
really hard.
You got to not only train all day long, and it's so much longer than they expect. You got to train after hours if you're not like naturally a baller or dancer.
I've heard.
So it was the most amount of fun I never want to have again. But it was fun, and the same thing with Celebrity Big Brother. When people say like, why did you do it? I'm like, why the hell not?
Right.
What a unique opportunity that most people would love to do and will never get. So I look at life that way of like, look, I'm not going to say yes to every unscripted and every challenge I get asked to do.
But I mean, it is exciting to get out of what you do all the time.
It's so great. And honestly, my favorite part about it is my phone, besides you, Brandi, my phone, my computer, I'm on them so frequently. And I try and be present and try not to be, but just to run things a month with none of that. Unreal. It was amazing. It was incredible.
I love it. I've done a couple shows like that where they take your phone and computer. And honestly, like even looking at my phone from here stresses me the fuck out. I'm like,
no, it's like a forced digital detox and you're working out and you're getting paid to do it. Like you have to do it. It's like if you're a movie star, you're getting paid for all. I always thought that's so fabulous because like you literally have like a certain date that you need to be jacked.
We should have Meta on here. Meta was with us and he escaped. Do you remember that?
Times. Yeah. He left multiple times.
He got out. He went into the Meta World Peace. Ron Artest.
Sorry.
Famous basketball player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'm gay.
Yeah, that's true.
You can still like sports.
But I love Meta. And like, he actually was so sweet. He was training my son in basketball after.
Oh, no way. No, he's such a sweet man.
He's so sweet. But then my son didn't want to get up early anymore. I'm like, do you fucking realize that Meta World Peace
one day he's going to look back and go, shit, I should have kept up with that.
You were so stupid. I said that.
Can you imagine this? So think about Big Brother, right? You've got some of these people been operating cameras for how many, 20 seasons, 30 seasons, I don't know how many, many years. And for many, many years, they've known for a fact they get in at 10 p.m. and through the entire night, they're standing there. They know for a fact nobody is going to come up to them unprompted because you can't leave. And then Meta just walks out an emergency exit. And so I'm just imagining how...
he broke out in the diary room. He broke out of that door.
But how fucking funny must that have been for the poor camera operator?
Oh my God.
That's just up, 3 a.m, just kind of watching, oh shit,
and
looks
just like.
Oh my God, he's so gorgeous.
He's massive. He's a huge man.
He's like giant. But like we heard like this kerfluffle and we're all like looking at each other like, what the fuck? And it was like, Meta escaped.
Yeah. And they never talk about this on the show, by the way, because...
No, I don't think they did.
No, because it'd be like... It's never happened before. They didn't want people to know.
I mean,
we started making jokes.
Get out.
Yeah, we started making
Dancing
jokes.
With the Stars at the moment.
Is he?
I don't know.
Well, you're not looking at the right person. Look up Ron Artest. I loved him. Like he was like just so entertaining.
It's so nice too.
I know you, and like he has this like everyone like his persona in basketball is he's the bad boy of basketball.
I mean,
like,
he used
really
to beat
bad.
the shit out of fans in the stands. If we're being honest, there's been a couple of moments.
Yeah.
Having said that, I think he's made some massive, life changes, and the Ron we know, the Meta we know, is
I think he went back to Ron. I'm not sure, but like when he said Meta World Peace, it didn't click with me. I didn't know that was Ron Artest because like I was like, I love the Lakers, I love basketball, and I'm like, I haven't heard of you. He was like, have you heard of? We were in the hot tub, non-sexually. One night, and we were just talking.
Thanks for clarifying. I was picturing something different. So
well, when you say I was in the hot tub with someone, it sounds a little weird. And he goes, "Well, have you heard of?"
I'm not going to take this. Go on.
But he's like, "Have you heard of Ron Artest?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, the bad boy of basketball." He's like, "That's me." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up!" I was so excited. I'm like, I wanted to call everyone, but we didn't have our phones. Yeah, it was.
We had some really good times. Though.
We did.
And truly, a lot of the fun conversation wasn't entertaining enough to be on TV, or it was so inappropriate they couldn't put it on TV.
Yeah.
And those are my favorite memories.
But they did have a 24-hour feed that people watch.
They did.
Did anyone hook up in the house, or was it like a?
No, there was no. It wasn't.
Not that vibe.
I think that everyone was kind of taken, right?
Yeah.
It was weird. James definitely wanted to hook up with me, but I was like, I don't.
It was very awkward because I kept asking.
I met your wonderful girlfriend, Caitlin. Right? Yeah. So, are you guys? How long have you been together now?
We're coming up on 5 years.
Wow.
It's like, where does the time go?
You need to get a ring.
I was saying.
I mean, it's certainly in the cards at this point. I'm also at that place in my life at 33. Part of why we moved to Nashville. It's like we do want to start a family and settle down. At least have a home base. Like my life is on the road constantly.
Right. I was going to say, I just heard like you were in like Jingle Ball or something, something to do with iHeart. We
played a bunch of the Jingle Ball tours. I mean, I brought Big Time Rush back 4 years ago, and we've toured. We played over 100 shows. So I'm just between that and filming, and then other business. I'm on the road at least half the year.
Are you rich?
I'm doing okay. It's like it's all perspective, right?
Compared to where I built a home gym, and you have a house in Nashville. And you have one in Miami.
He's got boy band money. Hello,
I know,
honey.
but I want some.
Look, that's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I'm extremely grateful for that. But it's because I started investing young, and I started investing in real estate and understanding the basics of
very level-headed
stock market, and I got interested in other business, and so now. I'm very grateful. I live very comfortably. I can take care of my friends, my family. And, however, it's still...
We're friends, right?
I'm here on my Is this not taking care of Brandi?
But I did buy you donuts. But I said
that.
James will probably not eat a donut.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to. I'm doing a 75 hard right now, but like I might cheat. Don't tell anybody.
She's so level-headed, and his girlfriend is wonderful. She's very grounded.
How do you know? Are you stalking her?
I actually follow her on social media now. Yeah,
because
after we met. Yeah, and I was saying to Brandi before you got here, I'm like, they're so perfect. It's like literally like if you could
like, oh my gosh, okay,
manufacture a couple of and like
that's sweet. But I think part of it is like we're not pretending to be anything that we're not.
Yeah, well, no, it's just two people working on themselves at a certain point in their life. It's not like you guys are running around as teenagers or whatever.
Also, he's Jewish, so he's very grounded. And let's talk about, it is. I really do. I really want to date a Jewish guy. Not you, but like obviously.
I mean, you can lie to yourself all you want.
Yeah.
That's really,
he's taken.
Right, it's true. I know. I'm not
Brandi.
doing that.
You just talked about my girlfriend.
But I know. I mean, I'm sure she's great. But you just went to Israel. Tell us about that, because that is intense and amazing and wonderful that you did that, and scary as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes to all of that. So I went over shortly after October 7th. I have friends over there. I've been over there multiple times. I have some extended family, but it's mostly friends that I've made over the years. And, I think it was on October 8th, I'm texting with my friend Franny and just trying to get an understanding of like, wait, what's going on? I'm seeing crazy stuff on the news. Like, I don't think a lot of people still clearly have a picture of what happened and what's happening, but especially day two,
Right.
And she was messaging me on WhatsApp. saying, I'm in my bunker. Bombs haven't stopped going off for hours. I have one pistol with one magazine and my 4 kids around me. And my husband is a reserved platoon commander, and he was called away and he already left.
Because in Israel, like, I think, doesn't everyone have to go into the military if they live there?
Yes, for the most part.
Yeah, like even women, you have to.
Yeah, women, I believe it's 2 years, men are 3 years, something like that. But anyways, what happened, we don't have to get into the details of it, was not normal, was not expected, and is simply not okay.
Horrible. I mean,
you know, and so
devastating.
I wanted to understand what truly happened.
So you're like, hey, you're in the bunker? I'll be right over.
Well, my friends called me and said, would you be willing to do this? Would you be willing to come and talk? And like, we need support more than ever. Of course I was scared initially.
Yeah.
But then upon arriving, I felt more safe in Israel, especially being a Jew, than anywhere else in the world. And the more that anti-Semitism has become the new fad on TikTok, and ramped up to this absurd level.
Well, I mean, it's like a brand new thing. I don't know what brought it on. It was like Kanye or something, but it's so bad right now.
Well, and so anti-Semitism has been up for many, many
years.
I
know, but I'm saying
it's nothing new, but it's one of those things
it's hitting,
you
like
think
right
in
now.
2024, you think like the same way we live in Los Angeles, and it's like, is racism still around? Like, of course, but in comparison to where it was in Los Angeles, none of us think of it that way. Like, we've built a community of inclusivity and a community of respect.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, in these same communities, that's all fine and good, and of course, but not Jews. And it's like, where did this even come from?
Yeah, it just, I mean, yes, it's been around forever, but it really just hit like a high note recently.
But you gotta, one thing to understand is that it doesn't change overnight. All that did is reveal this curtain that's been hiding it all along. Anyways, it's ridiculous to me. The most frustrating thing about it is that I truly believe the vast majority of people yelling and screaming this hatred against Zionism and Judaism and all in Israel on social media have no idea what they're fucking talking about. And I'm not being mean, saying that they're not valid in their opinion.
No, they're just joining a bandwagon.
Have some information, have some knowledge behind it, and they don't know. I mean, it's like you see all these interviews on the street where they're shouting from the river to the sea, and you ask them what river, and they don't fucking know. You ask them what sea, and they don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, fine.
Well,
but
I feel like it's an outlet for people's own hatred. Like, I think the world is in a sick place, like just people's state of mind and mental health. And to your point,
they have to go after
see a cause like that, or they hear one person give a certain point of view, and they're like, like it's like when a herd of sheep is running that way, and they're like, I don't know, what are we running for? I don't have no idea. Let's just run.
It is that, and then it is compounded exponentially more because of social media. And what I mean by that is that that became the popular narrative, the popular trend, and people, especially young people, are so afraid to be ostracized. They're so afraid to be left out, so they just join it, going, "All my friends are. Oh, it must be."
And they don't even know what. Yeah,
they have no idea
exactly.
Well, especially outrage
especially
culture.
Young people.
Yeah,
I just feel like, oh my gosh, you're going to look back and be
You're
like,
on the wrong side of history.
Right? No,
Straight
exactly.
Up.
Yeah, and I really just dislike. I'm not a social media. Like, I have to be on it. It's a necessary evil, but I don't love it.
I'm with you there 100%.
I mean,
I'm appreciative of what it can do for business and my fans and all that, but
we need it.
I don't love it.
But it's not social.
It's what is ironically takes away from social experience, right?
People
honestly,
are so mad.
But I want to know about
outraged.
Israel. Like, so when you got there, what did you do?
Oh man, I was on tour.
But you guys were singing over there?
No. I had 5 days off, and so I went over there. I only had 5 days. So,
you must not drink or do drugs because you.
No,
say, like,
I mean I will drink on occasion. I'm not drinking right now, but truthfully, the busier I get,
you just have to be clear-headed.
The less that I have the time for it, and less that I want to do it.
Yeah. We did drink one night right after we got out of the house. We all went out.
I like tequila here and again. I'll have a good bottle of wine.
We needed to because we only got wine.
There's nothing wrong with it in moderation, but let me just say I've done enough of it in my life.
Right.
I don't miss it, and I don't crave it right now.
Because otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do this as much as
no
you're
way.
doing.
I'm up at 5 a.m. I don't go to bed until 10 or 11 because I'm busy doing things I love. And to me, it's like the idea of adding in drinking is only going to get in the way of me reaching my goals.
And it sucks the joy out of all those things that you actually
He's
love.
sober,
You'll have a different
so,
perspective on those things
I
that you
drink
like
enough
doing.
for both of you guys.
There you go. Balance. There's a balance.
You guys have me. If you ever just feel like you want to hear somebody tipsy, give me a call.
I love it. But I went. So in 5 days, I initially went over there like, hey, I'm just going to create some social media content, try and understand, try and ask questions, which I did. But day one, we just had so many. I say we, the friends I was with and the production company I was working with to get the content, had so many amazing, sad, horrific, beautiful, what combination of most extreme of both sides of just sad and angry to, oh my God, this community and this country coming together. So much of that on camera, we just said, hey, let's double down. Let's try and shoot a documentary. So I haven't spoken about this yet.
Oh, wow.
But we shot enough footage over 5 days. I'm going to set up a couple hours a night, quite honestly.
I mean, because that stuff is happening all day. I mean, all day, every day, right?
I went up. It's a small enough country. You can go throughout the entire country in basically 8 hours from tip to tip. And so we went down to Beharit and Faraza, which are like the two of the hardest hit kibbutzim. The kibbutz are next to Gaza.
I've
been to Gaza
scared.
Strip before, and I've spoken to Palestinians who come across the border years ago. I've always been interested in this region. And we went as close as we could. Obviously, the gates were closed there. Then I went into Jenin. I went into the West Bank. And I have friends that
nuts.
it's not
crazy.
about me. I went to support my friends who were fighting over there. But, okay, the point is, and then up in the north, to understand, Lebanon and Hezbollah and the threat that's there and the 100,000 Israelis that are displaced.
You're not a CNN reporter. That's so scary. Like, you just decided to go. I mean, I have, such respect for that, but, I wouldn't do it.
I mean, the emotional toll it will have on you. I mean, obviously they're going through it, and you can dip back out. But that's amazing that you were able to.
This trip, no, I did speak. I did go and motivate. I did go to Lonely Soldier organization. I'm not saying it wrong, but basically soldiers that are lone soldiers who don't have friends or family. So they would put them together and cook for them, and I would come in and try and speak and motivate. I went to speak to families of hostage members or families of deceased who grew up watching Big Time Rush or listened to fans.
I would just be crying the whole time. I'm such a mini.
I cried more than I've ever cried. And to be honest, I cry more now than I've ever cried as a byproduct of it.
Well, yeah, because it's not stopping. Even though
I guess I want to say, though, just to wrap this up, that it's not that everybody is just sad, or even that I didn't really find angry Israelis. You found people that are like, how could this possibly happen?
Right.
Devastated, but also the resilience of the community and the resilience. Think about Jews. Jews have been people have been trying to eradicate Jews for 4,000 years.
Yeah.
And so sadly, it's nothing new. But my only comparison to why this has kept Judaism, Jews, Israelis so tight is think back to 9/11. Think about how many American flags you saw.
I lived in New York, and I lived in an apartment that overlooked the West Side Highway. It was 2 miles away. It was, and then at one point, everyone was calling me from LA. We went to the roof and saw the second plane hit.
Wow.
And it was horrific. I didn't leave my kitchen for
But do you remember
2
the
years.
months that followed?
Yes.
Where people were nice.
Well,
people were supportive.
ex-husband,
Community came together.
Yeah, he was playing a fireman on TV at the time, so he was kind of so what we did was we went around to all the fire stations, talked to the firemen, because it was a very popular show, and we did everything we could do. It was it gives me
the silver lining, or should I say a byproduct of tragedy, is it brings community together.
Yeah.
Was that what the vibe was there? The
vibe. Israel it gets attacked on the daily. This obviously, the idea of rape and kidnapping and beheading civilians and all that, not okay, cannot be justified. I don't want to hear a fucking blood from anybody's mouth.
Either.
However, generally speaking, they got a lot of neighbors who want the land. It's nothing new. People have been fighting over this land for a long time. So they're used to, I guess to put it this way, it's like we have one or two instances in our life where oh my God, such tragedy has happened, through radical terrorism like 9/11.
Yeah.
And then the communities are brought together. And then unfortunately, when nothing bad happens again, you kind of just go back to business as usual. And Israel is constantly bonded. Jews are constantly bonded.
Yeah, there's always something
by
happening.
the necessity to stick together, the necessity to be resilient. And so
there's a lot of that in the documentary. So how you have over 5 days filmed this whole documentary now. Yeah. And do you have a distributor at the moment? When is that coming out? We're
still working on the edit. I didn't do it for
we could put it on YouTube.
Proceeds. Yeah, look, we might try to get it on a streamer if it's good enough, so people can see my experience and have a different perspective.
I think it's important just to show. All I see on the news is tragedy.
Yeah. Sure.
See
and there's stories of uplifting stories. I spoke with a Muslim Zaka. So. Zaka in the Jewish religion are the people who clean up the blood out of respect for the dead. And they specifically go to unusual deaths, usually. So that means a car accident or something where the Zaka come and take care of it out of respect for the family's dead. People don't have to see a body like that.
Yeah.
But it's a common thing in Jewish culture that you don't show the dead people. You clean up the blood. You don't. Yeah. It's very disrespectful to do that.
Did you have a bris when you were little?
I did.
Oh, I went to so many, and it's the worst thing. It's that's terrorism.
But But
sorry, I
that's
got
all
off
right.
track.
But anyways, then to speak to by the way, 20% of Israel is Muslim.
Yeah.
So there's apartheid state, the things we were throwing around is just ignorant, just wrong.
It's insane to me that we can't just all can't we all just get along?
Yeah. But it was some of the stories, like speaking to this gentleman, was both just like horrific, what his explanation of the thousands of mutilated bodies he had to see, but then the beauty of him speaking about his religion, of him speaking about Islam, meaning, coming from the word peace, and how this doesn't represent his religion. And so again, what I was just blown away by was the unity of so many different people who want the same thing, want peace and safety for their family, want love, want respect, believe in a higher power. And that exists in Israel. It's not just Jews. It is not just one. It's a melting pot, of so many different people. And I don't know, it was really uplifting and beautiful on top of all of the obvious.
And scary.
Yeah. Puts into perspective just everything. I mean, the whole, the community's coming together, and then, having a higher power to get you through something like that, and the way that they're able to be still even, I can't even imagine. And when I see social media, I feel really bad because I stopped watching, but that's not the answer either. It's just that it's so jarring, which is why, you being there on the ground, or even being able to show footage like that, that's not, I think not from a news source is great, just because the news gets such a bad rap. I don't have any opinion on that, but I just think, that's great to be able to document, more people should be doing it. Thank God it's not me. I'm sorry, but it's just...
I get emails and DMs every day from Jewish students on campuses who are afraid to wear their Star of David. They're afraid to speak Hebrew. They're afraid, and so part of what I am adamant about doing moving forward, and how I want to use this documentary, is going on to college campuses and speaking, and being a voice for unity, and a voice for conversation, and a voice for facts and history. What I mean by that is, yes, I'd like to show the doc, I'd like to talk about my experience, but then I want to open it up for questions on all sides. As long as you come to the table peacefully, respectfully, and open-minded, myself included, to learn something you may not know, and to walk away after the conversation, even with a difference of opinion, but with love and respect. Yeah. And that is just not happening enough in the world right now.
It doesn't happen ever. If you don't have the same opinion as someone, like I was on a group text yesterday and I'm like, well, I disagree. And they're like, well, you're wrong. I'm like, no, that's my opinion. Like, I just don't agree with what you're saying, but it's your opinion as you do. Right. But a lot of people, you have to follow.
I don't need to make
you have
other
to fall
people
into
wrong.
line.
Like,
exactly. Like we're all allowed to have an opinion as long as it can be peaceful.
Yeah, and that's a good point, that you don't have to make other people wrong. And that standing for something doesn't mean you're standing against something else.
Well, I'm not going to go out of my way to try and convince them, or like make them even seem, I may be wrong, we don't know. Like,
but that's your opinion.
But my friend circle, we have difference of opinion all the time.
Me too.
But we talk about it, and guess what? I learn shit. Sometimes I realize, wait a second, I had no idea of this context or this information, and I'll pivot my opinion often because now I have new information.
Yeah,
I don't
have an ego like that, maybe in other ways, but I just don't need to. I think I want to, like, if I'm wrong, I would like to know.
I have no problem saying I'm sorry either. Like, okay, it was wrong, I'm sorry. But that's when it's a fact. Do you know what I mean? But an opinion's just an opinion. We're we're all allowed to have differences of opinion.
Then when then people that could, nothing really is black and white, but man, when you talk about the conflict in the Middle East, the line is hundreds of years here at minimum, if not longer. I mean, thousands of years for, Hebrews and Israelites and Jews. But there's so much information, there's so much nuance, that even if you're extremely educated, there's a lot you probably don't know. But beyond that, it's not black and white. Yeah. So there's like, we're right, they're wrong. That doesn't really exist in this world, maybe for certain things. Yeah. And so again, even though I have a pretty strong opinion of like, well, terrorism's wrong. Rape, wrong. That's not a military tactic. Wrong. Yeah. When I say things like that, and I see online, I'm sure after this we're going to see it too, but Israel's been doing this for years. And it's just like, first of all, where are the facts of that, right?
Yeah.
That the IDF is one of the it's a first world military that gets more scrutiny than the rest of the world, any other military there is, against a known terrorist force, right?
Supposedly have the strongest military in the world.
But we're dealing with different standards here.
Yeah, that's
We're dealing with completely different standards, which is wild to me.
You should be a politician. I think you should run for president.
No, I think that you're really good at this, though, and I can't wait to see this footage, and also just having an opinion and being able to put it out there, and doing something like that. I think it takes balls for sure. I'm sure you get enough, you know.
enough
I mean,
death threats
especially
every day.
being in the entertainment
exactly.
business and everyone's so self-involved. It's like no
my
one really wants to
One
go
of my
help.
friends, I saw her at I did Thanksgiving Shabbat when I was in Israel.
Oh, fun.
It was really cool. And I invited an old friend from Birthright. It's the first time I went out to Israel. And she's a little firecracker. Hadn't seen her in, 7 or 8 years. And the first thing she says, and she goes, "Why the fuck are you here? This could ruin your career."
That's what I was
And I said, "Nice to see you too."
Like, you might die. What are you doing?
Let me say, yes, it is scary,
Yeah.
and I've experienced a lot more, and Caitlin too, and people around me, attacks and hate and death threats and all that. But weirdly, that doesn't really bother me because
Oh my God.
it's counteractive with what I'm starting to see now, which is I just posted something. I posted something about why you should stand against anti-Semitism. Right? It was a video I did, I saw several comments of people, in a good way, of people disagreeing respectfully. People going, "Hey, I don't think you understand this. Please look into this, whatever."
That doesn't generally happen on social media.
It's starting to. The more I'm encouraging this, the more I'm saying, I don't know everything.
But you're coming at it in a really good way. Like that, I think that disarming people and having a conversation, there's an art to it.
I mean, I
and
think
not many
that's-
people
it's
can do
making
that
me
because they have
so-
very strong opinions, and then they're just like, "Here it is."
They're probably your
black and
fans,
white.
though, right? I mean, if they already like you as a musician,
Some are, and that's helpful.
Right.
And some aren't. And look,
not
I don't
both.
plan. I know it's impossible to change everybody's minds.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to do that. The people who just
but
want to
like-
yell and scream on either extreme side. But that's not who I'm really going after. I don't really give a fuck. Because all you're going to do is yell and scream
Yeah.
forever. But the people that are somewhere in the middle that like kind of have an opinion, but oh my God, I'm willing to learn information, love it. And so I'm starting to see a change, at least within my own people on my social media. Where there's still a lot of hate and a lot of screaming, but some people are going, "I disagree for these reasons." And I'm going, "Oh my God, thank you. I'm going to look into that. Thank you. I'll consider your request to make content about, Palestinians and the death toll there and all these things that like are valid concerns."
Yes.
So
I would rather him run for president, that's for sure.
oh my God, exactly. What we have right now.
Are you going to throw your hat in for?
You should.
no time soon.
I feel like we
it's-
need a younger. I can't have it like
there
a
should be an
geriatric.
age. There should be a cutoff for
I would like
politicians.
to see
I
James
agree. It
Maslow
should be
in the
like-
White
you have
House,
to be
standing up there with Caitlin. Oh my
65
God, I
under.
can see it now. My gay dream.
I need to see
Love it,
Caitlin.
love it.
How did you meet Caitlin? Did she slide into your DMs?
We actually met on Raya, believe it or not.
Oh.
Yeah, we met on an
Fucking
app.
Raya.
And I was kind of at the end of my, like, what am I doing
What does
here?
she do? Is she in
She was a model for 10 years and she went back to school for holistic health and nutrition. So she's a health coach.
look
now. and she's
at
building
it.
a business.
Businesswoman,
Yeah,
health
she's really
coach,
doing great.
and he's
Yeah.
into working out. I mean, they're perfect. Like you
Well,
guys.
we balance each other out. Trust
Yeah.
me, I need the balance in my life because everything I do is a little bit extreme,
Perfect.
right? And so if I had somebody who wanted to like drink and party all the time, that'd inevitably be a larger part of my life, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
So
or does
she's
she
such-
do a little bit? A little
Yeah, she
drinking?
drinks. I mean, it's not like she doesn't drink, but
I want that for my next relationship. Someone that like has the yin to my yang in like working out and like mental health, and we're both just exploring. I mean, I've never really had that. We've always
You
been
just
kind of
yeah.
what? No,
You
I
just
think
want a
it would-
boyfriend.
You'll find it though. The more you put that out there,
I
I'm
don't
working
know,
on myself.
James.
I've been single for like 3 years now, and I haven't even had sex with anyone. Actually, maybe for a year and a
Yeah,
half.
that's a lie.
So
Okay, go on.
no, it's been like a year and a half since I had sex with anyone because
that's
I'm
not
just
true.
not. Even when I try to go out there and find someone, I'm just not ready. I'd rather dedicate the time
Are
to
you on
fixing
Raya?
myself. No, they rejected me, but
They
I
rejected-
applied years ago,
They
and
rejected me too.
yeah, and I could never.
I think I probably had sex
There's
with
no way
somebody
to like
that owns it.
review or like.
Yeah, no.
And where's the guy that like I've never seen an office? I don't know one person that works at Raya. Where are these people that I can
I
like get
know.
a
I
hold
think
of?
that I had sex with
they're-
somebody that owns it, and that's why I'm not on it.
well,
But
then
that's
get your
like,
friend on it. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Can you at least
would.
help me?
he wouldn't even let you
I-
on.
I honestly
well, maybe the
don't.
sex wasn't that good. Ever think
But I
about
don't.
that?
Oh, it's
James?
Big Brother season,
She's
whatever
like,
it
finally,
is.
we're getting back
Give
to
me
what I
your
wanted to
jeans.
talk about.
No, it was definitely good. I think I probably ghosted him.
So what about new music? On
Yeah.
to music. Tell me. have you
Yeah,
been-
so
We have to go back to okay.
But I
whatever.
want to know about it.
All right.
well, for Big Time Rush, we are working on new music slowly. We'll probably, we're going to work towards another EP or an album, most likely. I don't know, probably next year. So this year is about writing, creating.
Right. Are they all? And how many people are in the band?
4 of us.
Is everyone in Nashville?
No, but as soon as I moved there, one of the bandmates, Carlos, and his wife and family just bought a house, which I love. I'm so excited. And Logan is looking to go there. So I'm ecstatic
Yeah.
because, I don't mean to be negative as I say this. I lived in LA for a long time. I don't love it. I don't miss it.
Yeah.
So the fact that like most of the band is now going to be based in Nashville is awesome.
But Nashville's it's kind of like a according to people I know that live there, it's kind of getting like very fancy like LA.
It's fantastic.
It's
man.
great that you're all friends after all these years. Are you, I mean, you
Yeah.
wouldn't say on here, but you're friendly with them all?
We're very friendly. I mean, look,
With
it's
who?
like brothers.
The other members of the band after that many
Oh,
years.
well, yeah, they have to be friends if they're with
And you were the catalyst to pull them back together, right? A couple of years ago.
Look, I think it's...
Oh, you guys broke up?
Yeah, we took like an 8-year hiatus.
Oh, and you were acting. I remember.
Yeah, focusing mostly just on
Yeah.
acting and did some of my own music and
He did some acting in the Big Brother house for us.
entrepreneurship.
It was actually really good.
Thank you. But yeah, so look, at different
it's
times the
fun.
guys wanted to get it back together and I didn't want to or someone else didn't want to and the timing wasn't right. So I sat down with our current manager about something else, and the end of that conversation went, hey, what if we brought BTR back as a catalyst for everything that all of us want to do? And asked him a few questions like, is there interest in the market? Would you want to manage us? Fastest yes I ever got in my life, which is awesome.
Nice.
And then the third one is how do we own it, essentially? So we did figure out a way to license a brand, to build a business on our own. It could have not done well, and knock on wood, it has been
Yeah,
So
I
you
mean, I
brought
did-
the name back, or you know,
the name
big
was
time rush?
there. I mean,
Yeah.
Nickelodeon and Sony
Yeah.
Columbia co-created this. We auditioned into it initially.
Do you know Miley Cyrus?
I might have met her.
All right.
Yeah.
Just
Love
checking.
her.
Me
But
too.
anyways, they had basically left it go like
love
dormant.
her.
They weren't that interested, and so we revived it and made it our own. And now we're even talking about, we're throwing out the idea of maybe doing another movie together, bringing some of that stuff.
Oh, you guys could do a
amazing.
musical movie. Like
we
one
would
of
definitely
those.
have music in it.
Like,
I love
you know how
that.
Elvis did those things where he would then he was acting and then he would go into music?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like musicals, but I would watch it.
Elvis was
just for
done
you.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie was done well. Like some of the movies that aren't
yes.
like musicals.
Yes.
Right, but like then
I mean,
he like,
Rocket
goes
Man
into
was
it.
incredible. And there's been
Those ones I love. I think you're right. It needs to
Bohemian
be done
Rhapsody,
well,
like,
or else it just feels like people are taking too long to get to the punchline.
I
I'm
know,
like, do you
it's
need
like,
to
ugh.
sing that line? Like,
But
come
also
on, just
for us
tell
though,
the
like
story.
Big Time Rush, the TV show was already music, so it's pretty easy for us to be like, hey, we'll do a movie
Yeah.
and we'll have some songs in it, and we'll figure out a way to make it work.
Are
So,
the other bandmates as attractive as you?
I mean, no.
Okay.
No,
Obviously
That's the
There's
James
no
I
good
know.
answer there besides
I
that
know
one.
that's the James I know. He's
think
We're all,
He's the
all
main
four
one.
of us. All
No.
four of us are very different. And look, also you can ask the fans that, and some
Right.
and fans are going to disagree,
No,
which
but
is what's great about a boy band.
No, but
you got
they-
your flavor, you got your pick.
But
People
does
like different
Caitlyn
members.
get like? I know you probably get a lot of DMs and like fans and
She's
girls.
so not
She's not the jealous.
She's
type.
really
How
not.
do
She
you
was
know
indeed.
Well, I'm imagining like I'm
Oh
a
god,
best
it
friend
wouldn't
of
work
hers.
if she was
Perfect.
jealous.
Oh,
I'm not saying
wow.
that like never ever like, but for the most part, no. She's just so confident and comfortable in her own skin.
Well,
And
I mean,
I've
you
also,
can
after
speak
5 years, set a
confident
good
and still
example of like,
jealous.
look, I think human nature, we're all going to have our moments of it, but she's not a jealous person. It's one of my favorite things about her.
Yeah.
Is she doesn't question what I'm doing, where I'm going.
Wow.
But I've also proven to her, like, you're with somebody who is not going to make you question those things.
And also, I think
Yeah.
that you have to be held more accountable because if you do something wrong, people are gonna now.
Yeah, that
It's
would
a
be
different
the
you
time.
stupid
can't get
thing,
away
yeah.
with anything
I'm
now.
grateful I'm not single. For
Yeah.
the other, of course, I love Caitlyn and excited about that,
Yeah.
but just in general, it's a different time now. And it's kind of a scary thought, the idea of being single. A, I don't have the time, but B, it's like, yeah, there's accountability for everything. And if you've not even done anything, it's
You're
like
gonna
somebody
get in
can make
trouble,
an
yeah.
accusation that
Oh,
it's just,
trust
I don't
me.
really, thank God I have
I
to
don't
deal
see
with
that for
those
them. Are
things.
you guys gonna have children?
Yeah,
James was
we
like,
want
they're
to.
a perfect couple,
Okay,
Brandi.
great.
They're
So
Brandi
you're
and
already
Ken.
trying. When can we expect this
We're
baby?
not
My baby
trying
drops
yet.
this summer.
They have to get married first.
I'm trying to get the dish here. Okay,
But
so
do you
my
still talk to Mark?
I mean, not super often, but every once in a while.
He hit me up one night real late.
I'm sure it wasn't like that.
Nope, it wasn't.
What are you talking about? I wish
don't know.
knew. I don't think I want to know, actually.
No.
Okay, so that sounds amazing. Oh, baby's on the horizon, new music. I love it. I
I
want to
mean,
see.
James was. I really think you should be a politician.
You know what's? I just never wanted to.
I know, but
And I'm finding that I'm good at speaking, and I appreciate you guys saying that. And that's
Yeah.
why I am doing more motivational
but
speaking.
you seem
and be
like you
more,
actually do really care.
I do care.
And our
but
country is fucked.
I think that, look, if anything, I am pursuing, what's the term for it? Being a thought leader for my generation.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right way to look at it, but it doesn't mean that I know everything.
Like
It means that I'm
Tony
open to having
Robbins?
conversations, and I love learning, and I
Yes.
want you to be a part of this
Yes.
too. So I am pursuing doing this more often.
He wants you to be
I think
a part of it.
open conversations and learning, I think you would be good to facilitate those kinds of things. Which
But
is,
I
you
think
know-
the problem is his audience is like young girls, and they would probably all go there like,
Yeah, but he might be able to make it palatable for a new generation of people, actually
Ryan would
getting,
probably go.
rather than this 2-second little bits on TikTok that everyone seems to get their information from.
Right.
Not that I'm mad at TikTok; it's all fun and all, but some people seem
like
to
it.
Yeah, but let's
actually-
broaden
But not
our
me.
horizons.
Yeah.
breathe
and it
a
needs
little
to come
bit
from
deeper.
someone good looking.
I know. I mean,
Or even, look, there's the...
more.
but you can't say that because you're going to get yourself in trouble for harassment.
No, I'm not. I'm not harassing.
James knows that we are all just friends and it's a friendly group.
It's
If
James
you can't harass a little bit on this podcast, why would have
That
this
is my
podcast?
point. But like,
Brandy's podcast.
you can't. I can't anymore. In this time, I can't do it. It's so sad.
Look, everything all in good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I think, look, words are words, right?
I want to see a picture of your girlfriend. Let me see. She's probably perfect. If she,
Actually, yes, you
I like
should
that.
see her. Oh,
Oh
she's
my god,
gorgeous.
she's perf. She
Gorgeous.
kind of
It's a
looks
nice
like.
screensaver.
How do
Just
you,
two
What's the
supermodels living their
screensaver? I
best
don't know if you
life.
can zoom
I
in on
don't
it.
even know, but she's gorgeous. She looks
probably-
like Kristen a little bit. Kristen's stunning.
She's
Oh, I
definitely
want
a
your
model.
watch. Can I have it?
Nope.
Nope.
Worked real hard for this watch.
I bet. What
He
is
invests his
actually
money
really
and
large.
actually.
Thank you. It was the first nice watch I bought myself. I'm not a huge watch guy, but I have a few of them that are over. I get them after accomplishments. Like
Yeah,
after
no,
a tour.
I used to. I need to see a picture. James.
I'm looking for. I showed you a picture.
I
and
just
you
need
wanted
to see it up close.
Here, this is one of her.
James is like, you have
No,
it
I
on
was
your
looking-
phone. That's a little creepy.
Yeah, I know. This is like one of
Actually-
her work things that she was doing. But you can zoom in on that photo at least.
Oh, she's stunning. She
Yeah,
looks like
she's
Christy
beautiful.
Brinkley,
Yeah.
kind of like a young. I mean, obviously.
No, she's
Christy
way
Brinkley.
prettier.
Oh my.
Then
but she's
Britney.
naturally
I
pretty
said
too.
Christy
you know?
Brinkley. I didn't say
no.
Britney.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
Yeah. No.
She's great. She just flew home. She was with me in LA for a few days, but she flew back.
Oh, you guys don't live together?
We do. I don't live in LA.
I know.
So she was with me for a few days
Oh,
here
I
and just
see.
flew
And then
back.
she went back to Nashville?
Yesterday to pick up our doggy and.
Oh,
And
what
so
kind
you're
of dog
doing
do
a
you
shoot
have?
after this.
Little-
What is it?
Sorry?
Just kidding. You're shooting something at the moment, or
Yeah, so I'm going to do digital content for the rest
Oh,
of
nice.
today with a company called Fanword.
What is
It's
that?
one of the things I've invested into that I'm working on. It's basically the way that this company has started. The terminology they've thrown out there that is hilarious and I love it, but it's an easy way to get it. Is it's OnlyFans for nerds. That's what they would say. What I mean by that is they're creating an awesome space and a safe space for fandoms. So they started with Power Rangers fandoms, with Peter Pan fandoms. They brought in Holland Roden now for Teen Wolf and
They should do some anime stuff. 'Cause
Interesting.
But it's basically,
People are
we're creating
really
a
into that.
community and giving content, and there's video content.
Without,
and now I'm
like,
all
launching-
the
penis
actual
and all
stars
that.
of these shows and movies, like
Yeah,
of their
so
fandom.
So
exactly.
it's like a celebrity non-porn OnlyFans.
Kind of where you're actually taking care of the fans and listening to the fans. Like so many people try and sell something, but all they do, if you get an email from somebody or most people or a DM or a story, it's like buy this, buy this, buy this. And fans sit back and go like, okay, that's cool, but like we'd rather you give us some value. We also want to be a part of the process. So what we're doing with, I have a group of almost 10,000 super fans that I get to go to and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this merch line or this type of video. What do you guys think about it? And they help me design, they help me pick, they help give inspiration
So it's
for the
like
video content. I want.
interactive.
Very interactive, very supportive. We moderate it so that there's no hate, no negativity in there.
Oh, that's great.
and so
It's
it's a
pretty amazing.
subscription-based model, or is it?
Yeah,
like
so
a-
there's a subscription-based model being a part of it. We also give freebies and giveaways
Is
all
it?
the time.
It's ready now. It's up and running.
It's up and running now.
So what's it? What do a commercial for it? What is it called?
It's Fanword, so you can
Fanword.
Yeah, you can check it out. I mean, look it up, and you can go and subscribe to my video content and what I'm doing with it. And we're starting to launch new merch designed by fans.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm going to be tying them into even speaking. I'm going to be taking and creating an opportunity to do like bi-monthly Zooms and talk about specific subjects. Because
Yeah.
like you're mentioning, there's a lot of things that are like kind of scary for people, especially actors, musicians. We're not taught anything about finance. We're not taught anything about traditional business. And I've been so interested in these worlds for so long that like my mentors, the companies I've invested into, I've learned so much that I have this ability to like take all of this crazy information and turn it into nuggets to kind of help. So anyways, creating a lot of fun stuff through there. We're going to go and we got a bunch of videos to create today and some strategy and design.
Wow. And so you're one of the owners.
I started as a client to come in early on with it and believed in it so much, I just reinvested into it.
That's
So.
nice. I was early, like when Cameo first started, I almost invested and I wish I fucking had because I didn't.
Not to throw shade, I'm on Cameo, but their market cap went down 90%.
Really?
Their valuation. I just read an article.
Why
so
is that?
I'm not-
Did it?
so I just read it yesterday. That's the only reason I have any information on this. It was valued at $1 billion, and then the last offer was $100 million.
Oh, wow.
And I was talking
That went
about, which is
down.
still a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I met
Well, there's
Steve
so many
early on.
subscription sites
But
now.
$1 billion
maybe.
to $100 million is a big
difference.
jump.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. Here's why it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Their whole business is predicated on people like you and I wanting to continue to do that all the time.
Well, I don't. I haven't done them in like 4 months.
And that's exactly
5
my
months.
point. And so it's like fans.
It stresses me out.
It does, and it's also I'm on set or I'm on tour, and I want to do it for fans more than.
Yeah, of course, but you get those reminders, and it's like
it's a constant thing. And then you're not always in a place where I can sing a happy birthday song,
mood.
and I can
like be funny.
And so you've seen on there, not just Cameo, all of these platforms. It's a great idea. But it's tough to have a business that is predicated and only sustainable on the celebrity showing up and doing their job all the time.
Yeah.
Now that we're back, like COVID was a great time for that, but now we're all back on set and we're back on tour.
Or you're not in a good mood. Like
so, I do it more for fans than for the money at this point. I'm grateful I can say that.
Yeah,
it's still good. It's great to have different streams of income, and I really try and do it. But there is a chance that I pivot or basically fold into fan. Where hey, I'm just going to do this for free at this point, but there's going to be no guarantee as to how many or when. Or it's going to be a high ticket price.
Yeah.
And just really go up to hey, I'd rather bring you into an hour-long coaching session for X amount of money than me have to do 30, 40, 50 of these videos, which is nobody really wants to do them.
I've missed out on 200 of them because I just wasn't in the mood.
I've probably missed more than that. I feel bad for the fans that wanted,
My friends are like, why don't you just, I'm like, because I'm not,
the price and then have it one-offs every now and then.
I'm having I'm sick, I'm having facial disformity and I'm all these things. I'm like, I don't want to do it.
You must be able to pause it and then allow
I did.
it again.
I did.
And look, the thing about increasing price from a business perspective, you're right? We can go to that 1,000, 2,000.
Right.
You will get less. It might balance out. But
right.
The issue is, again, I'm doing this because fans love it. You're now going to alienate the vast majority of your fans who can't afford that high ticket price.
Yeah.
And so again, my goal with my business, and maybe it's with FanWord, is I'll fold it in and I'll do it for very cheap or free or included as part of the membership you're going to get one a year. I don't know, but I'd rather be something I can do.
Patreon with a little bit, right, Ryan? I don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, that's a great platform. There's definitely some staunch differences in how we're going about curating the fans, really working with them. But yeah, I mean, look, I think whenever you decide to sell something, to my perspective in sales, hey, you're going to create something that you think is of value. And if other people agree, then great. But they're going to agree more when you start asking them, what do you need? What are you missing? What do you like from me? And kind of co-create it with the fan base.
I had this Patreon thing. I did a happy hour every Wednesday, and I had this group that was always there, and they pay the subscription, but I really did make friends with all of them. They're literally I met up with them in New York. We went out. Of course, I paid for
everyone
everything.
that comes up to Brandi. She ends up going out to dinner with her is so meh, because you'll go, because she'll stop and they'll be like, oh my God, Brandi, I love you because of this thing, and that lady is such a bitch, and she'll go, well, I'll tell you why, and then she'll be like, blah, blah, and then she'll go through 10 seasons worth of stuff and chat to them.
Not true.
And meanwhile, I'm
just nice to people.
Yeah, I know, it's really sweet. I mean, you literally you'll treat everybody the exact same, even if it's some stranger coming up on this. No, I know. I'm just saying
she can't be rude to just one person. She's gonna be rude to everybody.
But you don't give the entire backstory of 10 years of this is why.
I really didn't. So I think you're exaggerating.
It's sweet.
It's not what I do.
It's just what I take a step outside.
Right.
I'm like, oh God, she's like walking a really fancy dog. Everyone wants to stop and pat it.
Are you literally comparing me to a fucking dog?
No, my beautiful Alaskan Malamute.
People love dogs. People love dogs more than people in LA. So
I don't want to be compared to a fucking dog.
Highest degree.
Okay, so you may do another reality show. We don't know, but you have new music. And you're going to be touring, and you have a gym in Nashville.
And you should do the Bear Grylls challenge, the ones how he goes, something interesting and fun that would feed you.
Bear Grylls?
I have a slate of projects that I'm creating and producing. Yeah. And on there's a couple of unscripted ones, which are things that I think would be fun. And they're not sold, they're not done yet. So it's I hate throwing things that I'm going to see forever. When are you doing the show? You don't know yet, but there are things that are interest to me. One of them is with education, going back to schools, taking them over, pitting students against teachers, and having a challenge where it's making learning fun again, but doing it in a cool way, and the celebrity aspect and all this. Yeah. And one of them is about real estate and renovations, because I just keep doing that
those
stuff.
Shows are so popular as well.
Yeah, and it's very much in my world. I'm selling my house here in Venice. I'm going to 1031 it into a place in Nashville. I'm renovating one in Coral Gables, and it's I keep learning on the job. I'm far from a pro here.
I still rent, but
hey, that's there's some great aspects of renting.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, whatever.
We'll put a microphone in there, call it a podcast studio.
Well, we did the podcast there for a long time.
Well, then you should write that up. You can write off a percentage.
I do have an office there too that I do a lot of work in. So
if you're listening, IRS, it is
totally has an office. There's a lot of business there.
I do. That's where I do most of my work. And then we have this stupid studio. I'm kidding. I like it.
It's nice though.
Yeah, it's really cute. The lighting, because of these lights, I'm not super excited about it. I want
It's natural lighting. We need to control the lighting.
That's not very cute.
Yeah.
But Ryan really likes the windows.
All right.
And we're going to have to cover them. That's just how I feel.
Okay.
Well, James, Marissa says hi, by the way. I was texting with her this morning. She's she's great. I feel like we need to redo our group chat. Just say hi to everyone.
That would be fun, yeah.
I don't know how to find that.
We'll take a selfie and send it in the group chat today.
Yes,
Hey,
do it. That would be cute.
Yes, and even though I can't find it, how do you find it? We'll find it.
I swear, the phone, the people that I speak to the most, I'll search them, never show up.
Yeah.
I get that all the time.
Why
You
is
go to
that?
write an email and you're like, I've emailed this person 5 times this week. Where
My
are
own business
you?
manager, I swear, the name doesn't pop up in my emails. I'm like, at least 3 times a week. It's
I'll
crazy.
get that sometimes the phone number will come up without their name, and I'm like, I've saved this number. I've known them for 6 years.
Usually it's the people that you call the most are at the top,
It is
but
a
every
thing.
once in a while
Our
it's
phones just get too overloaded or
and
something.
there's a new update that I'm not going to do. Keeps on saying
Well,
it.
take that, Apple. We're not doing the damn update.
They're like, we have a market cap of $3 trillion. We don't fucking care.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck off, Apple.
Well, this is fun.
Yes, it was. And so tell everyone where they can find you on your new, not OnlyFans, what's it called?
Fan word.
Fan word.
Just everything
That's
is on
a
my
good
social
one.
media. Go to my link tree. So just at James Maslow on Instagram is where I'm most active, and then at James Maslow from YouTube, Facebook. Do you say Twitter or X, or do you go X?
I say Twitter.
Twitter.
Like,
Have
no one
fun
says
changing
X.
that.
Yeah,
Everyone's going to say Twitter for the next
For the rest
20
of
years.
the- yeah.
elongated the name. Now
I
it's
know.
X. Formerly known as
Yes.
Twitter.
I don't
Exactly.
that makes me crazy. I still say Twitter because X.
It's always going to be Twitter.
X
Because you
is
can't X, you can tweet.
There was another
Exactly.
company that had changed its name that wrote I forget which company it was that wrote a funny on Twitter going, yeah, have fun with that. Changing your name. We're still
Yeah,
known
yeah.
as blah, and we
Right.
were,
Or it's
it's never going to happen. It's been around for too
Puffy,
long.
and then he went by all the different names.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly. It's like PG.
Yeah, it's
All right.
confusing.
Yeah, all right, guys. Well, thank you for being here, James. We love you.
pleasure.
I don't think I could fit his pants. I would say we trade, but I'm a little
Let's
happy.
try.
No.
I know these ones are pretty tight too. They're stretchy. You might be able to, but we're not going
Oh
to
my
find out
God,
today.
he just called me fat. All right, on that note, we'll be back.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
All right, bitch.
You love James.
I love James. James Maslow. Can I tell you, I used to, when you're little.
What you used to do?
No, you would Google yourself to see what came up, and it was always James Maslow.
I used
Instead
to,
of me, I used to be pissed about it.
do
who the
something
fuck-
to his posters.
No.
That's what it sounded like.
Although when I used to be back in Australia and I was writing songs and pitching them, we would always get the brief, big time rush. They're going to be a huge thing, yada, yada, yada. I ended up getting a gold record, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
For another artist that I wrote a song for.
Is this about you?
Okay, sorry, James Maslow.
Sorry. Yeah,
He's dreamy.
He's coming on. We are bitter enemies, and we were. Now this is not really, but you live in a teeny tiny house with a bunch of people. You're gonna have enemies.
Yeah, but I think you guys buried the hatchet.
Oh, I didn't really have any, and
No.
at the end
He
of
was a
it,
good
it's just a
sport.
game.
Yes.
But there are certain games where you want people to get out.
But you know what? Your point was great. He should have kept you right till the end because he could have gotten rid of you easily at the end because you have no skill. No skill
if you
and
guys
no
are
friends.
smart.
So you would have been able to be booted at the end. He should have saved that trump card for the end.
I mean, I was trying to tell them that,
Yeah.
but listen.
You get it.
I do. I understand how this whole thing works.
Yeah.
But
All right.
I think James was he's so put together.
You're
I'm
eating that donut while we're chatting. I can hear you go.
Well, because you finger banged the other donuts and then you nibbled on them. I can't eat them.
Let's not fight. Let's go out on a high note. Thank you to everyone still listening.
Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna no, we love
I
James.
love Unfiltered, and I love Brandy, and I love everything
and I love
about their
donuts.
show, and we
I
have
love
the best time, and
donuts,
blah, blah,
please
blah, blah.
twist.
Now we're gonna do a recap of Housewives, so you better fucking watch or else. Oh, sorry. Life of a housewife.
Life of a housewife.
Money, fame,
That's the game. Gotta go. Bye, bitches.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Brandi Glanville Unfiltered. Download new episodes every week, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And be sure to leave us a rating and review. And while you're at it, check out some of the other great shows available on Straw Hut Media.